மொத்த குடும்பம் மாப்பிள மாதிரி ரெடியாவற இந்த கல்யாணம் ராம்ராஜ் கல்யாணம்.
South India's #1 travel brand. You know you are special when you're with GT Holidays.
Vedanta Premium, Coimbator's best retirement township starting from 65 lakhs.
Hello and welcome to Galatta Plus. In this video review episode, we're going to be talking about Magizh Thirumeni's Vidaamuyarchi starring Ajith. The film is an okayish watch and it could have used better writing. The film is a remake of Breakdown, which was a lean, mean thriller. Vidaamuyarchi adds a lot of flab to that premise. While it's nice to see a hero acting his age, there is also a feeling of something being lost in translation. The rest of this review contains spoilers, so watch at your own discretion. For a top-tier leading man, the timing of Ajith's filmography may be the coolest thing ever in terms of work-life balance. Now, let's look at the last 10 years alone. From 2015, he does Ennai Arindal and Vedalam, and then he goes off on a 2-year break to do his fun things, which is racing or biking or whatever it is. He returns with Vivegam in 2017, and once again there's a 2-year break. In 2019, we get Viswasam and Neerkonda Parvai, and then there's a 3-year break, and then in 2022, we get Valimai, and in 2023, we got Tunivu, and now after 2 years, we have finally Vidaamuyarchi, and in a few months, Good, Bad and Ugly. This may seem risky in terms of a career strategy. I mean, what if your comeback film doesn't do well? What if it fails? But Ajith doesn't seem to be bothered about this at all. As he said in a recent viral interview, life is fleeting. He encouraged his fans to go do their thing, live their life, enjoy things more than films. He wanted them to embrace growth. That is so cool. I just wish that the quality of his films had been equally cool. There have been a few ups, more downs, and mostly mid-level movies. Vidaamuyarchi falls in the latter category. Its intentions are good, but something is lost in the execution up there on screen. What we get is the middling, bloated genre piece. Now, in an action thriller, what the people want is very simple. They want action, they want thrills, and yes, they want an intriguing leading man. This is not a genre where we go to for very deep takes on relationships or even much novelty. Take Denzel Washington's Equalizer movies. We have seen 100 films like this before, but what makes this 101st iteration work is the very things that I mentioned: the action, the thrills, and an intriguing leading man. All Magizh Thirumeni had to do was stick to this formula, which is stick to the original Breakdown, which is about 90 minutes long. Vidaamuyarchi runs about an hour longer and you feel the flab. It looks stretched. It looks like somebody tried to make a very deep David Lean kind of epic out of something that just needed to be a simple, exciting genre piece. The story is about a couple on the road. The wife goes missing. The husband has to find her. That's it. But Vidaamuyarchi, set in Azerbaijan, adds a lot more to this. There is a divorce, there is an affair, there is a friend who may or may not be committing some kind of betrayal, there is a mental asylum, and there is a story about how this couple came together. Perhaps this is a Tamil cinema necessity, that when you cast a big star like Ajith and when you cast the ageless Trisha opposite him, you have to give the audience some kind of love, you have to give them some kind of eye candy. Maybe this is what it is. These early portions are smoothly written and edited. They go back and forth in time, but the content is extremely generic. There is no spark in the romance. If they did want to take this route, then the scenes about falling in love and getting married needed to have a lot more flavor. Maybe the idea was to keep it as natural as possible, but the result is flat and the film takes a long time to take off. For a big hero Tamil movie, Magizh Thirumeni does make a lot of interesting choices. There is no slow-mo hero introduction shot. The first time we see Ajith, it is through his car, which plays a major part in the movie. In other words, this is a very organic introduction shot. Plus, the character, who's named Arjun, he apologizes in order to avoid a conflict as opposed to getting into a fight. He is called a boomer. He is mocked at when he enters a ladies' room. This is not a superhero. This is a hero playing his age. He's a very normal hero, and this is also a film where the hero scenes are not all over. Ajith plays an equal number of scenes with a number of co-stars, giving them a lot of space to shine. And for a big Tamil film, the idea that love is not permanent, that people change over time and their feelings for each other may also change over time, this is refreshingly grayish, a grayish shade that's there in this movie. I wish it had been fleshed out more and that something had been made out of it, but just the fact that it is there made me very happy. But this is also why the Trisha character's actions and motivations seem very convenient at times. The big ending looks contrived. The way Ajith finds his wife looks contrived. Dogs are involved. The issue with Vidaamuyarchi is that it wants to be like a Hollywood movie, but it also wants to appeal to local audiences, so there's a kind of lost in translation feel. There is the sense that not all threads are closed satisfactorily. There is the sense that twists have been added not because they are organic, organic, but because just to keep the audience off balance. They don't really do much, and when you think back, a lot of these twists could have been removed and the film would have still flowed very well. There is a constant sense of momentum in the film. The film is always moving, but there are no big highs. Ajith is in good form as a vulnerable leading man, and I really like the Arjun Regina Cassandra combination. And that's even though their background isn't very well fleshed out. Vidaamuyarchi finally is a movie that exists between Kollywood and Hollywood. It's a slick film, but you wish that they had made up their minds and gone one way, either full on class or full on mass. That's it about Vidaamuyarchi. If you like this video review, do subscribe to Galatta Plus and see you soon at the movies.
மொத்த குடும்பம் மாப்பிள மாதிரி ரெடியாவற இந்த கல்யாணம் ராம்ராஜ் கல்யாணம்.
South India's #1 travel brand. You know you are special when you're with GT Holidays.
Vedanta Premium, Coimbator's best retirement township starting from 65 lakhs.